Ladies and gentlemen, hope you all are doing tremendously well today. Seahawks won the Super Bowl. That's awesome. More importantly, I'm trying to make a weapons guide for you guys. The other day, I did kind of an aquatics Vanessa guide. If there's anything in life that I have wisdom about, it's actually weapons Vanessa. I've played just a degenerate amount of Shuriken Vanessa. So now you can join me as I sit here in the dark, and hopefully we can get a good weapons line. And if we don't, you will never see this. Because what happened last time is I thought I had a good one, missed everything reasonable weapons, and played aquatics. So I did not blood it. But I love First Merchant. See, day 1, hour 1. Hope you guys are doing well.
Any good fights lately?
So, that was good. So in general, when I'm playing weapons, obviously, I would say what I'm really looking for is something that's very fast, and then like scalable. So like Katana is great, but also things like Fang from Tiny Furry Monster are very powerful. I'm gonna take this Katana. I'm also gonna take Calico. Calico isn't necessarily the most insane item. At Silver, the way I kind of think about Calico is that it's like a 14-second like clock, especially with Shark Claws. Because what happens is like all your weapons go off, you buff this thing up to like 100%. And with 2 Shark Claw procs, it actually hits really hard when this thing crits. So not a bad item at all. I'm gonna roll. Looking for things like Hand Axe, Shark Claws. Like we found Katana, which is very fortunate. We need to find ways to pump it up. Nice, just hit everything. I'll even take the Narwhal. This is another very fast small item. Cool. Cool, just hit. Sometimes I feel like I go in and out of Finn's Big Bite. So we obviously don't have money for Mattel. We just blew all of our cash. Hit the nuts, but income's whatever. I don't think it actually provides us that much value today. Like it will provide us like 9 gold, but Finn's Big Bite here is actually not bad at all. Because if you think about it, let's say the fight goes 15 seconds. 15 times 5, which honestly you might not take damage to the first 5 seconds, but even like 10 times 5, 50 health is what that is, plus the 15 base health. So very early in the game, that's a very notable amount of health defense, especially for the fact that we're not playing any actual like shield items. Another thing too, I haven't done the full math on it with the new like laser pistol that Aetheryte has. Back in the day, I definitely felt like if you had the regen from Finn's Big Bite, you could take on Aetheryte pretty well with like a full weapons board because you still gain a lot of health back. So not a bad defense at all, especially like we've already spent a bunch of money. When we have weapons boards like this, I think in general, I do, if I didn't hit, so for example, if I had like Shark Claws or something and I'm like, oh, I want to play weapons this game, I'd probably go Fang Dinglet. I'd probably look for a Fang. Again, good quick weapon. We already have a Fang. And Calico is fine. Like, I'm not so eager to get rid of this thing that I'm looking for a Fang. And we already have like 6 board slots, which, you know, boom, boom, we're gonna level up 2 more. So we're already chilling with our items for the day, basically. If I saw a Viper, I'd probably take it because Poison Fang is good enough to run. But here, like, the crit skill is nice to have. I don't really care about a Fang. The pellet is nice gold. I'm gonna go with Kyber Drone and look for Trained. It also just has good gold if we whip Trained, but another thing is, if you're going against Kyber, if you don't run any items, you always have a chance to win. And by a chance, I mean 100% to win. So the only way you can ever lose is if you run something like Honeycomb. I don't know, I'm just giving an example. I don't know for sure. But because of Stinger and Train, they can scale themselves and you can actually lose.
That Lang?
So Lang, again, we got a fair bit of decent gold from that. So in general, the other thing too, when you're playing weapons, and this is the one thing I really don't like about weapon sports right now, you really need skills. It is paramount that you hit some sort of weapon damage skill. If it's left-handed, right-handed, strength is the nuts. The aquatic one is really good, with especially like this Narwhal and Shark Claws. We need a sort of damage skill. I seriously, very rarely will I feel this good about my board. If we had like 7 gold, I might peep Kina, because one thing I also like to think about is when I'm running like Katana and Shark Claws and all my weapon boards, a lot of times I run Zorset as well, and finding like lighter plus pop snappers, vents, are honestly still items I run in aquatics and weapons. Like they flow, I don't know, burn and weapons flow well together, burn and aquatics flow well together. Like burn just flows very well with everything. But we need to get a good skill. We're gonna take a level 2 skill and try to get any weapon skill. To increase our odds, I'm gonna literally look for Lost Crate and hope we get a weapon skill. That's not bad though. But yeah, if you're playing weapons, you don't take this. You don't take enchanted. You take weapon skill every time. That's actually good enough. Normally, I'm not like the hugest Deadly Waters believer, but when we have literally Narwhal and Shark Claws, that's a lot of power. Very strong.
I'm just getting ready for them.
And we do, honestly, we could probably look for Andy here. We have enough gold with this in the Lang to look for it. We could look up things like, or look for things like lighter, Zorset as well. Ideally, we saw Tiny Furry Monster here. We've got to gamble for another skill, but Andy's not bad at all.
The brain. Mind is highly concentrated.
I don't think Pete is good enough. Maybe if we had Zorset, we could take it. It is a decent amount of burn, but it's very slow. It's not something I really want to run. And then always take Chum, because you can just resell it later. Chum is always nice too, because like, in itself is a food. Piranha is also a friend for Tiny Furry Monster. We don't care about Pearl. I might actually take the Narwhal here. I'll sell Lang. We're never going to play Lang. I'm going to take the Narwhal here. Just because this might go off like 5 times. I'm spending 2 damage for 5 gold. In my mind, that's pretty competitive. When you go to Barkin, you buy like a scrap item. I guess it's yeah, 2 gold for 5 damage. I don't know. I think it's reasonable. And I think we should be pretty strong. We'll see. Stell could be a little scary depending on exactly what we're going against, but we'll see. I don't think aerial turret actually outraces us. Also, there's a cat in front of my monitor. He's looking absolutely gorgeous, but it does make it a little hard to see, so my mouse is flying around. I'm clicking random stuff more than usual. That's probably why. It's my excuse of the day. This is fine. Actually, it's not. This is terrifying. What the hell? Especially this thing. Ah! It never flew it though. So that went pretty well. Calico did some decent damage, but yeah, hitting the weapon skill. Because honestly, that's the only issue with this build. If you hit a weapon skill, Weapons Vanessa has like the highest potential of genuinely like definitely Vanessa boards. Almost like any board in the game. It can be like nigh impossible to beat early Weapons Vanessa if you hit the right skills. Here again, I want a skill on Katana ideally. Oh, he's looking at my mouse on my screen. I want a skill on Katana. Hopefully we hit it. This is a bit of a dealer's choice. When you're playing all weapons, and I do like to play, I mean, you can run defensive items, but oftentimes I find like, if you're running Shark Claws and like Katana and like a defensive item, it can often be too hard to scale all of your damage. When you're playing full offense like this, like I like to, health is defense. And that's a really, that's really good defense. We just found a really good way for defense. Not only that, now we're less incentivized to have to buy chocolates later. We can still do it and get hella crazy health, but that's very nice. So we're gonna go Isla, of course. See what's on the menu. I'm gonna buy Mantis. I'm gonna buy Grappling Hook. Worst case, we're spending 1 gold for 20 health, which I think is pretty good. If you're buying silver chocolates, you're basically buying 100 health for 5 gold. So 1 gold for 20 health is the same rate. This is a bit too expensive. We could run Cyber Psy, and it's a decent, like, another quick item, but I think it's too big. And so I'm just gonna roll look for other stuff. Holy flagship. If we could afford that, I think we would take it. It'd be a really powerful tempo item. But for the time being, I'm gonna sell the Piranha. I think I'll sell the Chum. Just because Mantis Shrimp and Grappling Hook kind of have slow synergies, I'll keep them, but I want both of these for the health as well. But look at that, we just gained like 80 health for the health, but I also think, considering that this revolver is a fast item, we could just run it on board eventually. Same with grenade. Due to all of our health and our scaling and everything, we'll keep her shield down highly and the regen I was talking about earlier. I actually think we can beat either right here. If I'm wrong, that's unfortunate. And then getting rigged would be good. Getting tickets always really good. This laser pistol is actually quite competitive as well. Sometimes I just run this thing even without like weapon boards because it's just pretty decent and competitive. But like this Calico kind of hits, right? 105. I don't know. Don't sleep on Calico sometimes, man. In these long fights, like Calico actually becomes something to be reckoned with.
The bazaar will go dark without me.
But so we gained 100 health there, or 80 health. But that regen kept us alive. Like that fight, we went to Sandstorm, so they've been dealing damage to us for like 16 seconds. So I think that regen did keep us alive. Nice, very powerful. And again, 20 more health. Okay, here's another pro tech. So if you see Curio on weapons boards, you should always go there because you could have Shadow Cloak. Well, not always, but especially if you have a katana, you could have Shadow Cloak, which breaks the game if you hit. Another thing is too, a lot of cheap weapons like this, a lot of cheap weapon buffs, so you can always buy these. It's 20 health, plus the damage is a lot. Like, even like 5 damage is a lot when you have something like Katana that goes off as much as it does. So I'm gonna buy this, 100%.
Trash is trash.
I'm gonna buy this. And then, I want to keep this. I want to run probably both of these. I'll sell this, and I'll probably sell the shrimp over the hook. And it's greedy, but I do want rocket boots for the late game. Just, I have enough gold that I think it's fine. But I don't have enough gold to roll. But rocket boots is such a powerful item, such a powerful effect. Put it on your dive weights, put it on holsters. Those are the big two, but other stuff could matter. And it's so hard to find haste buffs in this game. You can always find damage buffs. You can always find, you know, even slow buffs. It's much easier because there's 2 from Curio. Finding haste buffs is really hard.
Rally, men! Blades to the wind!
Let's see. Checking my options here. Always check the rightmost. Another benefit about playing weapons like this is that you can get the plus gold from weapons thing. It's like +2 for each weapon you have. It could, like here, it would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 16 gold. It's insane. But we do have an ammo item. Ammo items have very high chances of being weapons. So that would be 20 health. Also, I want to specifically look for shuriken. Shuriken in general is kind of the item I'm kind of known for. But also, it's very, very powerful in weapons boards late game because you can actually run shuriken as a full carry. There's also kind of this like 8 seconds you're dead theory where it's like sometimes on weapons boards you have shark claws, it goes off at 6, and then your shuriken has like 5 multi and they just die at 8 seconds. But yeah, here we don't really have the gold for Kina. We don't really care. This is 3 gold. This is actually going to give us 4 gold. Something's going to take 4 gold. Walk into the next day. Another great thing about this is like even if you are weaker, even if you whiff a skill, sometimes you still roll over max. With a skill, you basically always roll over max. So max will always be a really good matchup for you. Stells are usually a pretty good matchup for you early, unless they have like insane shield.
If you knew my true purpose, you would stand aside.
All right. But yeah, like this guy's not bad, but just efficient output, lots of weapons. That's why like strength on a board like this is so good. Like I'm not gonna lie, like this is great. But strength is even better just because every single weapon is plus damage. But it's just a lot of power, and we also have so much time to buff the shark claws because of arms dealer. We're just in a really, really good spot right now. And again, we already have genuinely, I think we've gained like 150 health or something from this. I don't care about chocolates. I'm gonna go IL all day. Grappling hook we can buy.
You carry my weapon?
This double barrel is actually kind of interesting. I think if we had a way to reload it, I would take it. Sometimes I run double barrel on like full burst boards because I'm just that powerful. This shoe blade is interesting though. I don't think it works the way we want to with shark claws, which does kind of suss me out a little bit, but it's a decent weapon to add to the board. It's health. I will take it and roll.
teaches stillness. I prefer action.
This is definitely health. I'm thinking about Pet Rock. The one thing that I don't love about Pet Rock is I kind of want to run these for a while, but the way to kind of think about crit like this is it's a board-wide multiplier. So I kind of take the output of my board, and with crit, I'm expecting to crit, you know, 50% of the time. So I can basically take the total damage of my board and multiply it by like 1.15, which is not bad at all. But usually this can sometimes like be hard to flat place on a board because it's got a conflict of like your Zorsids and whatever, but because it's silver, I kind of want it. If we ever drop these two, it'll be very powerful. Again, big multiplier. I'll take the health.
Come back and tell me.
We're a little broke. Again, more health is not bad at all. I rate that over. This is probably going to be bronze anyways. I rate that over this. We could go Andy. We have a decent amount of gold, but I'm just gonna save. We have so much health. And I'm gonna go Hoover Bike. Another difference between my play is when I'm playing aquatics, I usually go, I feel like, for on average like best lines. Or I usually go like safer lines. When I'm playing weapons, I go like high roll aggressiveness basically every time. And for this fight, like in terms of I'm looking for ammo a lot of the time, I want the skill and I want gunpowder. Uzi's also very strong, SMG, but this fight when I'm playing weapons, the ammo is pivotal. When I'm playing weapons, I seriously am so shuriken build and so dive weights build and like trying to go into pistol sword that I basically take every ammo fight I can. Great. Lovely skill. Lovely skill. That's Kina. I don't think we want weapons. We could take medium for gold. We don't have the most gold in the world, but I might just honestly take a skill. Could be a chance to be a weapon skill. Yep. And we're gonna take shark claws. It buffs our whole board.
We take pride in our
That's just our strongest thing here. For sure. We can put this on. We can put grenade on. 5-second grenade is actually really powerful. In terms of B1ing, we could upgrade Calico because it'll buff the damage.
Rubbish junk.
Also upgrade Grenade because it'll hit really hard. In terms of what hits harder, more consistently, I think it's the Calico. I mean, this will be 100 damage every 5 seconds, twice. This will be just about, well, plus this, so it'll have like 50 base times 3. This is 150 damage every 7 seconds. I think this might be a little better, at least on this current board, but maybe Grenade lasts longer. I don't know. So let's ride into it. I mean, it doesn't have a 100% chance to crit, but this Calico is going to hit for like 150. And you're going to notice the health disparity between us and this dually. Like, he's definitely taking Choco Bars, and we still have 150 health on him. I think he took like a... I don't know why they have 714. They might have buffed something weird. But there's the Calico crit for 150 like we were just talking about. Yep. And again, look at all this health. Like, this guy had a lot of burnout put on us, especially with Fiery Soldering. He's undefeated for a reason. Just the health was all we needed for defense there, and just fragged. Critting with Calico helped a lot too, but it was pretty favorable, I think. Alright. Still going good. At this point, we can go Kina. This region doesn't do a lot for us. We have all the health in the world. I don't need to spend more money on this. I would like to find something on Star Chart. Die Witch is just a great item in general, so... Just hit. I think I will take the Pop Snappers as well. It hedges Pistol Sword. We probably want to be going Pistol Sword. Is like always the idea on weapons. Like, it's the easiest to play, I would say, or like not like skill-wise necessarily, but like it's the easiest to get into. So I'll take Pop Snappers. Hedges Zorsid stuff. It's like helpful for Zorsid, also helpful for, again, Pistol Sword. I'm gonna roll it for Star Chart. We don't see it, so I'm just gonna dip out of here. Pretty good chance to do Bex, honestly. Like, not an amazing merchant for us. We have 5 gold after we sell the bolas. This is fine. I mean, if we hit Nesting Doll, it'd be good. Again, it's another good Pistol Sword item, but let's go Bex, take the money.
Also, go
Or XP. Alright, didn't hit it, whatever. And again, like, I think it's just Hellbilly. Hellbilly's good. We could hit a ticket. It's a lot of gold. We could get left-handed. There's an argument for Blood Reef as well. What would Blood Reef give us? Could give us the ammo skill, which is very helpful. It could also give us Crow's Nest. Crow's Nest is a very good board multiplier. 40% across our whole board. Very powerful. If we took out like this, and maybe even Calico. Probably keep Calico. Maybe even like Revolver or something. Maybe talking myself into it, actually. No, I'm gonna go Hellbilly.
I can play you.
I'm gonna go Hellbilly. I think the reason is too, like, hitting left-handed's insane, hitting ticket's insane. Textiles also has the chance to break the game. I don't know. Maybe that's a mistake. Maybe I'm underrating the Crow's Nest, actually. I don't know. I think I never regret going to Hellbilly. The average gold is so good. Plus you get like these, you can re-roll, stuff like that. Hality is pretty decent on this board as well. Well, let me double check something. I want to see if this lines up with Shark Calls or not. 120. I think it did. I think it did. So that dealt... Let's see how much damage that did. So 60 double. So it actually does line up with Shark Claws. So that's very good to know. I didn't know that. All right. So scrap on this board is not going to do anything for us. But we can save this to Mandala and we could get something degenerate. So I'm going to roll this. In general, when you have weapons boards, you are very skill reliant. So you kind of need to keep hitting these skills, unfortunately. We've been hitting so far, but basically anything that buffs ammo or buffs damage, this is still fine. Like, not complaining at all.
Maybe someday we'll teach each
I would love to go Isla. There's an argument to go Rest as well. I would love to go Isla. We're extremely poor. I'm just going to take the docks here. Take a weapon. Crusher Claw, sure. And then, oh, here's another thing. This Artisan Dunes option is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Don't, like, this is also very strong, but I think this is just going to help keep us winning as much as I want to do that. I also think we're supposed to... Proper drop. Is Grenade better than Revolver? Low key. High key. This thing is just so, like, so if I didn't see this, I would go Colt. When you have a wide weapons board like this, lots of quick procs, +5 is a lot. Remember how we were talking about how good strength would feel on a board? This is half a strength. for free, it's insane. You can take this if you're extremely wealthy and you know that you're going to keep the board, like the items you have. Because here's the thing, like it feels really bad to spend 15 gold and then like sell those items like a day or two later. This is free. Yeah. Yep. When we take bait axes, I'm throwing the dive weights in here because it has 6 multi, and it's just going to throw haste around our board. It hits katana, it's insane. It hits shark claws, it's insane. Just very good. I think it's going to be more output than this revolver, actually. Especially for the additional ammo.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more
And I would
fun.
say, like,
We're
this
out
is
to be
definitely
thrown
a
in, not
more
to
lucky
squabble
weapons
with no
game. I would say this is probably more in, like, the top 20, top 30%. I don't know if I were to ballpark it. I've definitely had more disgusting weapons games than this, but this is probably, like, this is definitely above rate. So I will admit I'm getting a little luckier than I might normally.
Defeat does not defeat me.
That could have actually gone really bad. Arbalest is a house early, man. You definitely can be. But yeah. Not like insane. Also, they should yeah, I guess hasting that kind of makes sense. I was thinking maybe dock lines, but again, if you've watched my channel, you know to hit Street Festival. I know to hit Street Festival. Let's check it out. Lux is broken. Okay. This might not be an informative game. Here's a Zorsid
Cheap knockoffs.
that I will 100% take. That is extremely lucky. Okay, now we're kind of diving into the realm of, okay, we've hit some bullshit. We're gonna sell Pet Rock because we're gonna be running Diamond Zorsid forever. I could probably sell this as well. Okay, so now we're in the realm of, okay, we got really lucky. Team, chat, whatever. Maybe take off the grenade. I haven't given it too much thought. Then we're gonna haste both of these. Haste the buffs for more weapon buffs, haste this for more speed. We could honestly even run like the snappers to get this thing going. It might be that good. We'll try in a fight. But again, that's why we hit Lux. Again, we're poor at this point. We could take a small burn item. What would be nice is hitting like lighter or something potentially for Zorsid. I'm okay. A little more health. Could be a broken weapon. Let's just do it. Sure. And again, so normally a lot of times, if I had been, you know, taking Docs XP over and over and over, I'm so tempted to Scoville. When I'm playing ammo like this, or like when I'm playing weapons, I'm hitting Preening Duelist every time. The skill is broken, plus ammo is broken, pistol sword is the nuts. Same thing, if I whiff on Preening Duelist, and I see Harkuvian Rocket Trooper, and I have like Shuriken dive weights on board, weapons, I'm hitting this over Scoville. That's how pilled I am. I might even be supposed to hit Rocket Trooper. Rocket Trooper's drops are kind of insane. Shadowed Cloak on Katana would break the game. The Rocket Boots is always a great drop from this guy. The skills aren't bad. These are actually maybe comparable. I think Preening Duelist is more broken, but holy cow. Again, like this is gonna be the high roll of high rolls if we hit Pistol Sword here. But also like at the same time, there's a reason I take all these nodes over and over and over.
I'm the best.
Alright. That's also extremely lucky. And I'm actually gonna take an ammo item. I'm still like a dive weights upgrade is good. I'm still looking for Shuriken. And it's also, again, it's still likely health. Here Kevs does nothing for us. Another thing, it's not gonna matter on this board. I'm gonna click it for educational purposes. When you're trying to win, if it's like day 4, day 5, even like, if you just want to try to guarantee the win of a weapons board, going to Jules Cafe, hitting plus damage, will basically guarantee that you're gonna win that day. Basically, like 86 damage katana is ridiculous. This is gonna ruin somebody's day. Like, I hope this hits Crip or something. And I'm honestly down to hit Isle again. I really want to find Shuriken. And we can also, like, depending on if it's cheap, we can do this stuff. Or hit Hoverboard. Which, again, boys, I'm not gonna lie. We might be on, sorry, my cat. I can't see our gold. We might be on the realms of, like, how educational this is or not. Because we're kind of hitting nuts at this point. Just absolute bullshit. But
Use it well.
you know what?
Make me proud.
You can only play what's in front of you. I'm gonna roll. I'm seriously that Shuriken pilled when I'm playing this. Alright. Alright. So this is a GG go next for sure. Basically we hit dive weights times 7 on an item that does 80 damage. We speed up this Zorsid that's diamond. And we also have this very fast katana. Yeah, so we could even, so another thing we can actually do is you can always, like rocket boots like we talked about is so insane on dive weights. So, or holsters. Normally, I might just sell this right away, put it on the dive weights. I probably should have done this earlier. We're so strong, I'm gonna greed it.
My fight isn't.
This is ridiculous. Like, okay. Remember how I said this is like now like a top 3% high roll? So I do apologize because this isn't the most repeatable. But I will say in general, like, I set myself up in the situations to hit. I just happen to hit.
Bring her out.
Yeah.
I've got another salvo
Okay.
with me.
Like I was purposefully trying to put myself in positions to hit. I just happened to hit every single position. But I hope this defends why I go to these positions. I'm gonna go smalls. So we want to find holsters really bad. It's very broken. Like when you're running dive weights as a combo piece, you want to find holsters. Absolutely. Maybe even a blowgun as an angle. We have tons of base damage. Just need to find a way to win 5 more days. Kusari Gamma is also very good. In general, I don't actually care about the burn, honestly. We're not so rich. I'd rather actually keep our gold a little bit. And this is skips. Like, at this point, I don't know how much I care about the health. And I'm low enough on gold. I think I actually do want to save.
Oh, I understand.
Okay, let's go here. We want to find Pistol Sword. Dive weights upgrade's good. Shuriken's also good, but...
mate. I'll look out for you.
Okay, we're gonna roll it for Pistol Sword. Not a bad nesting doll. I still think this game very likely ends up with us playing Pistol Sword. Because look at all our ammo. I don't mind playing aggressive for it, so I'll take the nesting doll. It's a very good fast piece for Pistol Sword. Like, I'm pretty sure we actually beat Lich here. I think we're that strong. I could be mistaken. If we get double dive weights frozen, that would kind of fuck us, but... Yeah, like... Just for perspective on... And this is a very rare attempt where I'd even consider Lich. But, like... We're insane. Like, actually disgusting. Yeah, like, we're beyond top X% of weapons, boys. Okay, this is getting kind of silly. We don't have all the gold in the world to roll, so again, we could kind of think about this as like a 1.08 multiplier to our whole board. Except hoverboard, I'm totally fine with this. I don't really rate Berserker. I also don't really rate best defense, to be honest. It's like not a, I just don't like it. You know, it's very good. If I was looking for a good skill, or a skill in particular, I would be looking for, like Bloodhound would be the nuts. Inexorable for like crit as well would be the nuts, but I don't think we had enough gold to like really greed roll. Here we could take the Jules Cafe plus damage to really ensure we'd win. I kind of feel like we're already insane, so I'm gonna look for Tox Collect. But if we felt a little weaker, like we didn't have the old talk, I might hit this to just keep trying to survive another day. Look for a win con, but let's go Tox, see what's out there. Nothing I really want to buy. I mean, maybe I should have considered that, because like the roll's kind of expensive, but yeah, I was looking for dive weights upgrade. I was also looking for Captain's Quarters, could be really good. It's a very nice thing. Like you can replace Shark Claws for that. It hastes your dive weights. Also applies board-wide buffs. It reloads stuff. It's very nice. We'll take a fight. Might as well. Crit's not bad either. It's not a horrible merchant. Again, kind of like board-wide buff, but fight's not bad. Sandwich artist is gonna actually take hands. So yeah, at this point, we're trying to find a way out of this, or like a way to 10 win. And I think that could be like gold plus trebuchet. I think that could potentially be blowgun. Other things I look for weapons too, and it kind of depends on the game. Like this is, I would say, is like a very pure weapons game. Sometimes when I'm playing weapons, I'm also Yang. Why? Sometimes when I'm playing weapons, I'm also looking for a very like slow heavy comp. Like when I'm playing Pistol Sword, for example, there's really like 2 ways to go. I think there's like the swashbuckle line, where you're playing Pistol Sword plus swashbuckle, and you kind of hope for like Pistol Sword in like Deadly Enchant. There's also like Pistol Sword slow in Kusari, or you can also like, I don't know. It's interesting. Weapons has, yeah. I would actually, here's how I would summarize weapons real quick. When you have weapons, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get very fast triggers and buff the shit out of them. So like hoverboard plus dive weights, tons of triggers. Pistol Sword, tons of triggers. Katana, like especially early, tons of triggers. And then I'm trying to take those triggers and amplify them. So how, like multiply them. So how do I do that? I scale them, right? Ult talk, weapon damage, deadly waters, other things. This is just more triggers. Other things like swashbuckle will provide crit, which is another like really powerful form of scaling, but also provide damage for my triggers. Figurehead, especially like days 2 through 4, silver is very powerful. like days like I want to say like 4 through 8ish, gold is very powerful. And then days like, well, maybe like 9. And then days like 10 through 13, diamond is very powerful for like just plus damage on like pistol sword stuff. The other way is like Kusari Gamma is a very insane way to scale. Sometimes you can get other like forms of off-class scaling, like what's it called? Augmented thing? Weak point? Augment? I don't know. The dually one that like when you slow it charges and it buffs your weapons, like you can get that from a couple monster fights. That can be very powerful, and especially in combination with Kusari. In terms of the other things, like if you're running Anchor, if you're running Keg, those are usually more crit lines. Blowgun, you kind of need scaling, charge, and crit. It's like it kind of takes a lot of pieces, but the high roll's insane. Yeah, so I'm just rambling.
Place, right?
These are skips. Again, I think we're just looking for like a good just weapon that we can pivot to. I don't like running a silver shot claws as long. That is not the goal. However, it's the best we've found, and also we're just so strong it hasn't mattered, but that's not what we want to see at all. Here's Shuriken. Love to see it. My baby. One of my favorite items. Again, remember how we were talking about triggers? Get this thing out of here. This is going to be more triggers. Like, the fight is going to end when Shuriken goes off, which now we're going to find holsters to make that happen as fast as possible. Cool. Again, very good item. This is better. And again, like, assuming this fight ends at like 8ish seconds, this gets 4 triggers, this gets 6. Antiquarian can be okay with the right things. I think honestly, I might just take damage again.
Rally men, blades to the wind.
Haste charge can be really good. In general, like the skill pool on Vanessa is very powerful. So I do like taking it. Orlin is also really good. Freeze is pretty good too, but I really rate Zara a lot.
Ability begins with belief.
Here's Bloodhound, for example. Let's take that. That's basically the best skill you can find on a weapons board. And I'm just gonna go Treasure Turtle. Has the best rewards for sure. And we'll chunk right through the turtle. Doesn't matter how much defense they have, but Treasure Turtle's gonna give us the most gold. Clamor's kind of nice to have. Ticket could be nice to have as well. Yeah. Case in point, right? So like now too, here's another like weapons tip for you. Now that we have so much output of damage and triggers and everything, now what do we want to find? Speed, right? Just how can we make this faster? I will Pete pull. Here's a Trebby. So Trebby's so good because we have Zorcid and dive weights. However, what tier is it? It's silver, right? I just don't think it's going to be enough output. If this is gold or higher, it can be very insane. But we're kind of abusing hoverboard. We're kind of abusing Zorcid. I don't think it's the play. What I might actually take is this Primordial. If I'm 100% tryharding, I might be too lazy to do Primordial. I play Primordial a lot. It's very strong. But Primordial's broken. We still have room for an enchant. We could enchant Pearl. We could enchant Primordial. Enchanted Pearl could provide a lot of Primordial procs, for example. Depending on what enchant you have. We have the money for it. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. We have no money now. I'm just going to take money. And then I'm kind of getting paid actors today too, but you can only fight what's in front of you.
You should know.
But yeah, you guys want to see me just destroy a pig real quick? It'll be fire. It'll be fire. But like just to really, if you guys haven't got this, like this is broken. Like these are just crazy high rolls this whole game. So like, again, yeah, like I just. Yeah. And again, if we hit holsters, if we hit like holsters, made it diamonds, put the rocket boots on it, we have this, and then it's 3 seconds faster. It's disgusting, man. Disgusting. Plus friend could be good. This could also be good. What could this be? It could be primordial upgrade. It could be iceberg. Let's take a look. Could be smalls like holsters. Not horrible, but I still like our Zorcid, so I'm gonna roll. And again, at this point I might just take it. I think I'm gonna sell a katana. I don't think we're ever gonna play it again. Let's just take that. And dip out of here. Here, there's a couple trains of thought. So Curio's kind of nice. We could get more rocket boots. We could get slow stuff. In general, I think Stratifigure is probably the way. We can get XP. If we had more gold, another thing you can do when you don't have a sense of direction. And again, like we're kind of just tempoing out really well, luckily. But if you never have a sense of direction and you have gold, just hit the button. Sometimes you just find direction that way. Here, we're very close to leveling. If we hit 3 and then start picking up extra XP along the way, we could level. So luckily we hit 3.
Their plaything.
And then yeah,
Tyrant's whole
always look for
kingdom.
the gunpowder option. 14 gold is a lot. It's probably enough that I want to take it, honestly. I do like the loot item. Always the chance to be gunpowder, but I've been feeling a little bit impoverished. So let's just talk in general. So Stu is a very good merchant in terms of like, if you have a good burn and poison board, getting the skill from Stu is very good. Otherwise, skip. Bouncertron's not horrible at all. It can be fine. Like Gatling guns are great at him, I think in particular, but in general, Vortex is crazy. Like this lightning rod item is hella broken, especially on Vanessa. And if on Vanessa again, like when we were talking about triggers, and if you can find a way to scale it, my lord. Plus Kusarigama, it's crazy. So, but here I'm really just taking this fight because I think it's just the best. This skill's really good, and just tons of gold. Look at just hit, I guess. So in general, Sterling is a very powerful thing. If I upgrade this Vial of Blood, we could actually level today off Sterling, which is not bad. That might be a little ambitious. I think I do just want to keep looking for weapons. I'm starting to get a little skittish of not having like a win con. But it might be right to go XP. I do love a powder keg. I don't think we have the crit for it. If we had a lot of crit, I might take it. Actually, I'm gonna take powder keg, and the reason is we haven't seen our enchant yet. If we hit radiant, or even if we hit like burn, no, if we hit exactly radiant or obsidian, I might as well. We can always sell it, but hitting radiant, and then we can actually play powder keg and try to win out, I think. So I might, but that might more just be like my favoritism. If I'm 100% tryharding, I might not take it, but the rank 1 player was playing a lot of powder keg last season, so nothing we want to take. We could peep crit. I don't know if we want to spend all the money in the world. Like the best thing to see would be like Kusarigama or something, or even like I was gonna say necklace could be a good pickup.
I simply wish to use my talents.
We have just enough gold where I think I'm willing to roll and just peek real quick. This is fine. I don't think it's amazing. Also, we did level. I did horrible math. So here, not the best thing ever. Because that doesn't support either of the win cons we want. I think in general, like slow dive weights is a very powerful effect. You go to Curio, you can buff it. Additionally, it's just like you just throw slow over their whole board. It's a very just degenerate thing. Also, if we ever find Kusarigama, we'll be in a good spot. At this point, I'm very tempted to do this, but also like I do think this is a board that wants holsters so bad that I don't want to do it. But I'm worried we're starting to fall off a little bit.
Not
Maybe
to
not.
squabble with nobodies.
Oh, Palicorn. Like, we were so lucky to hit a strong start, but we're still, like, absolutely just begging for any sense of direction. Or, like, just any win con. Okay, we're very strong. But, like,
Whoa, take it easy.
it's starting to take the second cycle of dive weights to kill, which is extremely, like, okay, yeah, Volf, like, that's not that big a deal. I understand that. But I'm starting to get stressed out. I don't want to be running Shark Claws as my damage buff on day 8, ever. So again, look for Pistol Sword. Other things. Let's go, Isla. Check it out. What do we got? These are skips, I think. I mean, yeah, these are skips. Here's the keg. I don't think we take that, especially because we didn't find the right enchant. Let's just skip out of here. We will look for Swuckle, though. Swuckle is a great damage scaler. Not only does it provide crit, it provides tons of damage, especially when you have triggers. And Kevs loves to give you Swuckle because gold items want to be found. I think I will drop the probably the keg. Take a Swuckle. And then let's go Elite Duelist. If we hit the old talk skill, it's super broken on weapons boards. Or like hitting holsters would be amazing as well. So that's why I went there. And the other two, they're fine. They just don't provide that much for us. If I knew the XP would make me level with the one gal, I would take her. The rightmost Foundation Revenant, I think, but nice. Just hit, basically. So now we can drop the rocket boots that we've been holding the entire game. Was it worth it? I would say so, honestly. And now we're gonna be even that much faster. That is a ton of power. I'm actually gonna go Mattel. Swuckle upgrade is here. We could also look for, again, we really want to find a pistol sword, I think.
Welcome in, hon.
Normally I'm not this pistol sword pilled, but we just have the nuts set up for it. Here's a Swuckle. I think it's very likely we're not running the pearl. Let's go here.
Oh, I think you're really gonna enjoy that.
This could be another thing too. It's like if you want to find holsters or you want to find rocket boots, or sorry, yeah, rocket boots, you go to Gassio. He has a decent chance. Or Swuckle. I might peek Gassio. I can also take a random weapon. Nothing we really want to reroll. I might peek him. I might actually end up selling this primordial. Maybe that's bait if we see holsters upgrade, but we're just not. We don't have the pieces for it, and I think we're just kind of full in weapons at this point and hoping for the best.
You
Swuckle.
look fine.
Diveweight's upgrade is good.
but
This
let's make
bootstraps
you
is kind of intriguing, but I think it's
amazing,
bad. 4 gold. That might be crazy, but I'm gonna do it.
Oh, my
You can't stop me.
talents were
So now,
wasted on
Diveweight's
those
upgrade always
gas
feels good, but
packs
again, I
back
think it was
home.
right holding the greed. I would like to upgrade our weapon damage a little bit. I mean, we do have Swuckle, which is insane. Like, here's what Swuckle becomes, probably. It's a huge shuriken. Or a pretty reasonably big shuriken. But honestly, like, I think our weapon damage is lacking. Old Zane could also kind of be scaling. Old Zane might actually give us a better scaling options, because Old Zane will have, like, ammo-specific scaling.
I told you. I'm done with
This is a good skill. I think we need scaling, is what my heart is telling me, though. Parting shot is scaling, actually. Especially with a Swuckle.
Move along.
Especially with a Swuckle. So, what does Sharkles do? Sharkles might... So, Sharkles would be better for kind of just buffing the whole board. It's not going to sync up with Shuriken. So, maybe we just do this. Get the big things. We could also, there's, like, right-handed here. This Calico might actually pop on the right here. Just saying. So, we would lose a lot of this damage, but now Calico is going to be huge and is potentially a carry. Which is kind of sick. In terms of how good that actually is. I think it's better to actually buff the Calico as well. These crits are going to hit really hard. So maybe we actually just run Calico carry. We're kind of chilling. Honestly, this Narwhal isn't going to do that much damage, so maybe the Snappers is just better. Just try to keep the dive weights perma-hasted is the idea. Because again, like, how much damage is that really? 60. It's not bad, but I think Snappers will be better. Alright, let's run it. So we have a lot of speed.
My fight is.
We have a lot of speed.
But if you insist, go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Everybody tough till Calico carry, man.
Like my
But again, like,
at the bar.
this guy is
Another
a level
round.
below us. This was coming, and that was gonna hit for like another 1,000, but we're running out of damage, man. Like, we're limping in to the final threshold here. Oof. I'm gonna keep looking for pistol sword,
Nothing
man.
tiny, nothing huge. All about moderation.
Too late. Too late. Doesn't do anything. Never pistol sword. That's okay.
You leave it behind, someone else finds it. It all works out.
We're gonna go to this guy and look for strength.
You
Probably is the best. This this could be
find
potentially really good. It's a little clunky on this board, but this skill is always working. Like, or weak point detector. Like, we were talking about that as scaling plus dive weights. So that's an option as well.
Pay for this.
Man, I'm gonna tell you guys, this is tough. This is a very tough game. I'm gonna keep looking for pistol sword.
Finished with fighting. But
I will take the Kusari because heavy dive weights. Kusari. If we find an upgraded Kusari, it's insane.
Then come back and tell me.
We were talking about scaling. This Arbalest is kind of interesting as well. That's actually really interesting. Because again, we just need to win today, right? Here's what Arbalest would do. How much damage? It's discounted 7 times, plus a haste the whole board. So Arbalest becomes like this, basically. This Arbalest. Drop the hoverboard, which is fine. This will still hit really hard and crit, and then Arbalest maybe finishes him. I think that's the way. We don't have money for it, do we? 24. 24. This will go anyways. 13, 15, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21. So what else do we have to sell? Maybe you and you, which kind of feels bad. Let's sell everything for the Arbo. I don't think we can, man. I think we just have to keep running it as is. This Kusari is not bad necessarily, though. Like, what could? Yeah. Yeah. Kusari will like just provide a little extra scaling to this shuriken with the dive weights and stuff. All right, and then we can just run this for speed, just for more haste. Or whatever. Yeah, that's fine. Let's look. Pearls could be the bullshit. This could also be holsters or Kusari or everything. I'm just gonna do this. Maybe I'm supposed to go for the BS. I think we might be able to just barely sneak by with this board.
Smaller proportions.
Just ever so barely. That is a blowgun. That is actually potentially direction. And I will buy it.
That suits.
I will roll for the holsters, which we luckily hit. So why is blowgun direction? Because this thing is going to be huge and scaling and critting. Now, actually, weirdly enough, this calico might be better today, which feels kind of horrible. It just might. But honestly, blowgun just scales so hard, man. It just does. Actually, are we doing this? We might be doing this. The blowgun can just scale so hard, and if it crits, it's tons of poison. I think this is how we do it. I think we sell here, we sell here, we take the holsters for speed,
Never be remorseful.
and we go for the blow. That's fine. We're gonna look for loot. We whiff. We're just gonna try to win today. Again, I'm worried about us losing. Like, we hit we hit the nuts skills today, this game, but we did not hit anything else. Like, we're just kind of limping into this final day. So hopefully we can just get lucky and win.
You should know.
And if we don't, we're just gonna be in an awkward spot. But I still don't necessarily think I played this wrong. Like, and I'm not normally a pistol sword forcing guy, but like, we just have the nuts pistol setup that I was like, we need to try to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the blowgun crit, by the way. Unlucky. Unlucky. So I think what actually loses us is that freeze there, a slight freeze on blowgun, but it's very close. Very, very close. But like a little more Kusari scaling, a little more crit on blowgun, like that's what's gonna lose us the game. Very close. But we're getting there. Oh, dude, this is awful. Absolutely awful if we lose. But again, we're just like a pistol sword away or something. I want to kind of farm gold so we can look for the insane Never mind, apparently we're just a fucking biomerge. What the hell? No, that's not enough damage. That is a lot, though. I mean, we can see how much that hits for. What is it? 200? 200 per shot times 7? That's a lot. We're just gonna look for portal and maybe it gives us some BS. Form is here? Holy shit. That's insane. Just anything to get me out of this. In terms of what I think is gonna get me out of this, I think actually this form has a lot of hope. And I think it's actually Kusari Gamma. Because I think we need this scaling. I think it actually will come down to blowgun unless we find exactly pistol sword. And I think this scaling, when you're playing blowgun like this, you need the scaling. It is non-negotiable. And I think that's how we do it. And I think for the same reason, we're going to go Harrow here and try to look for this skill. And then just try to like create the world's biggest blowgun. Get a lucky crit, tap him, and get out of there.
Maybe I should go back to the
Ooh,
feral.
but we can also upgrade this Kusari again or blow. Either will be great. Nice. That's a very honestly meaningful thing. We're broke. Take a pie. Yeah. Take a pyre. It's kind of BM. Let's look for plus damage or plus weapons. Here's the thing, right? In the same way that holsters wants to be found, blowgun wants to be found. Look at this thing. The plus damage is also very powerful. But here's what I'm gonna do. I think I want to go for the greed play of saying, okay, plus damage is very powerful, but I'm gonna go Ayla. I'm gonna find blowgun, and I'm gonna also gonna get the Kusari upgrade. And I'm gonna just try to greet it and try to cheese out of this because I'm starting to stress. There's the pistol sword though. There's the pistol sword that we've been looking for the entire game. Huh. That's probably correct now. Of course. So why is pistol sword now the correct play? I'm sorry, Blowgun, my beloved. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. 210. So remember how we were talking about how insane it is to just have numerous procs that go off a million times and just like destroy? Here it is. Now every time we use an ammo item, we do 232 damage. So, you know, 2400 damage right here basically. Is that right? Is it 1400? Plus the shuriken damage. It's gonna go crazy. The one thing that is a little awkward is this biomerge arm is kind of sapping some damage here, but I think it's fine. I think this is the way. I think this is the way. Is it the way? Maybe it was blowgun. Maybe I sold the play. Upgrade on this. Upgrade on pistol sword basically does nothing. What does biomerge do actually? Is it? If it doubles the crit, it's like really funny, because that'd be actually so powerful for us. Bazaar BB.GG. What am I looking up here? Bio arm. Let's see. It's just when your items on an ammo deal damage. Hey, Scotch. So we can upgrade Kusari, because another thing we could say is like, okay, this is 100 damage, right? This dive weight's Kusari scaling is more than 100 damage. And then we can also run pop snappers for this. But, like, because dive weights is going to go off 7 times. 7 times 15 is about 100. So it will slow down, but, like, it'll very quickly catch up. Is kind of what I'm saying. And I think in general, Kusari is a very safe upgrade for us. Then we just got to see what happens here. Piss Throne is kind of an insane name. Goat name. Goat name, for sure. Let's do this. We're gonna want to haste this, and then haste the snaps, because this, like, once this is off, it's off. It'll never reload. Yeah, and then we just go for it, man. I think again, like, doing this and scaling might be the truth, because like first round of dive weights goes off, it's over. Like it's just we catch up on the scaling. Also scales this, and then like it just continues to keep growing. But this is just such good burst too, dude. I don't know. I actually don't know. Run some damage numbers, man. Nice Scotch. So I'd have to take that off. I'd have to... Keeping snappers on is such a big deal. It's so many procs. I think it's this. Is there anything we need to run over here? No. And then this way also too, we get like the right-handed. I think we do this. And then just like Kusari goes crazy. And we have very good skills. We have a freeze if we need it. And we hope we just barely eke out of this. That is fucking terrifying. Oh, dude. What is that, man? What is that? Fiery ignition core? Please. Okay, never mind. That wasn't even close. Why was I so scared? Why did I think I didn't have the damage for that? Okay, that was easy. Nice. Why did I think I didn't have anywhere near that much damage? For some reason I thought I was dealing like half that. Okay, well that was a lot less scary than I thought. Alright, so hopefully that was educational in some facet. I'm not actually sure. I started to lose confidence at the end, and then apparently this pistol sword just kind of mopped the floor in ways that I didn't quite expect. I mean, like, I know pistol sword's insane, but I just didn't think it would one burst deal 5. I missed something in my calcs there, but this added 200 damage. I guess all the crits as well, I guess. Maybe we got some lucky crits. Because, like, when you crit as well, I don't know. Anyways, guys, I hope this is educational. In general, here's what I'll say. I think our early game was extremely lucky. Yeah, because parting shot and critting. I think our early game was extremely lucky. I will not contest this. I will not contest how good our early game was. What I will say is at the same time, I spent 5 full days searching for like pistol sword off of this ammo start. I also think too, we showcased, like, we did hit pistol sword at the end. We could have played blowgun there, and I still think blowgun would have given us a very good shot to win. Another thing too, it depends on the game. If you have a bunch of extra money, you're already building crit really well. That's where anchor could potentially be a pivot. Again, trebuchet sometimes a good tempo out. Sometimes you can do like the BS. In general, when you're playing weapons, pistol sword is kind of the bread and butter, but sometimes shuriken is a solo carry, depending on how much ammo you get, depending on, you know, enchantments and stuff. Sometimes you like deadly swarkle, for example, is plus 100, and like plus that, plus like tons of speed, shuriken with like 12 ammo. All of a sudden you have a shuriken that crits for like 500 with other buffs, times 12. It's crazy. Like I've had solo carry shurikens. Kusari Gamma spam, like you can do this on Proboscis, you can do this on Lightning Rod, you can do this on all sorts of shenanigans. Always consider Kusari Gamma. Slow pistol sword Kusari Gamma is disgusting. Again, if you have crit pistol sword plus swashbuckle, it's disgusting. Pistol sword is just one of those items that actually loves every single enchantment in the game for some reason. It's just fucking nuts. Basically everything except radiant. Haste is also kind of mid, but like defensive good, offensive good, even crit good. It's disgusting. Let's see. I don't know. I hope this was helpful. I feel like it was and it wasn't, because I feel like this, you know, isn't the most repeatable setup of skills. Like, but then again, there's a reason I go to those fights. I mean, to be fair, like we beat Lich this game as weapons. Like I don't know. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this was helpful. In general, appreciate you all. Another thing too, when I have an early shuriken and dive weights, again, I said it before, I'm hitting any gunpowder node I can, or it's like anytime I basically see loot, especially the one that says like plus gunpowder, I'm taking it every time. It is so much output. Dive weights especially is so interesting because, like, you know, it only loses 1 ammo, right? So it's like it has 7 procs here. The next round does 6 procs and then 5 procs. Like, it's disgusting how much output you get out of dive weights. And the enchants on this thing go crazy, but also too, like, we kind of, I don't know, depending on what our enchants were as well. Like if we got fiery or something, we could have put it on dive weights, probably gone primordial. One sec. Well, also kind of hedging the powder keg. Like we could have done like a dive weights, powder keg plus crit with like shuriken to finish them or something like that. Also primordial. We kind of got put in a weird spot by not finding pistol sword, and then also like whiffing on every possible enchant. It was weird. I guess to be fair, like, I don't know, healing or shielding might have been worse. I don't know. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Catch you next one. What's my side again? Yeah, something along the road. My math just got horrible. And that also crit at the end, which is funny, for 600. Pistol sword's interesting, right? Because it's like, you only think of it as going off so much because of the procs, but it itself is an active effect. So like, it's scaling right there, you know? And then it hits, like it can crit. So it's like, yeah, let me just add 600 for no reason. So it actually added like 800 damage by itself, which I didn't account for. Yeah. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you next one. Thanks for watching.
Just trying to get this